Since 2015, with the American NGO Vital Voices, I've had the honor of supporting business women from all over the world as a marketing and sales coach, an enriching experience that has taught me that everything in life has a purpose and that there is no cause that is not worth fighting for. These remarkable women work tirelessly for a noble mission to leave this world a little better. These are their inspiring stories. Today, Genet Kebede, CEO and founder of Paradise Fashion in Ethiopia. Located in the Horn of Africa, Ethiopia is an amazing country. Its 117 million inhabitants carry in their blood the very origin of humanity. Every year has 13 months, the 13th of 5 days. So the Ethiopian calendar is 7 years behind the Gregorian. Last September 11th was 2014 New Year's Day. It's the only country in Africa that was never colonized, and the story goes that it was in Ethiopia that a goat discovered the first coffee bean. Its capital is Addis Ababa, and although more than 80 languages are spoken, its official languages are Afar, Amharic, Oromo, Somali, and Tigrinya. Hi, this is a new episode of Voices of the World, and today my guest is Genet Kebede from Ethiopia. She is the founder and CEO of Paradise Fashion. So we'll be talking a lot about hand weaving and different entrepreneurial lessons that she's going to share with us. So welcome, Genet.
Thank you, David. It is really a great pleasure to be in your program, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. I would like to start asking you about hand weaving. Hand weaving is something ingrained in Ethiopian culture. Paradise Fashion, your company, designs and commercializes dresses, shawls, and other hand weaving products. What was your inspiration for starting your company almost 30 years ago, Genet?
Yeah, thank you. It has been actually quite a journey when I start Paradise Fashion. One of the most important things that has inspired me is our Ethiopian hand-woven textile, the traditional one. As you know, but I can say it, I studied fashion design in Buenos Aires. So when I finished graduation, my last graduation dress was made out of the Ethiopian hand-woven fabric. So it has an amazing result because people were so much happy to see something very different than what the other world offers. So that gives me an inspiration to come back home and start my company. So I started my company in 1992, thinking to modernize the Ethiopian hand weaving and modern design, and I started working with Ethiopian hand woven fabric because of that.
That's great. You studied in Buenos Aires, so you speak a little bit of Spanish, right?
Yes, muy bien. Yeah. Now before I forgot it is almost 30 years back, but I can manage, Yeah.
That is great. Genet, one of the major points of differentiation of your company is the ethical process behind the products, right? You call it the ethical fashion, especially
Yes.
the ethical process of irradie harvesting. Could you explain how this process works?
Yes, actually, with the Eri silk, it has been started by one Japanese company by thinking to give an opportunity for the people that they work agriculture and they grow different kind of things in the rural area, especially in the northern Ethiopia. So they start showing them how to start from the eggs, feeding them, and the larva, all the process until they produce the silk and the dye after they become a butterfly. If you just Google or anything about the silkworm, you can see all the process. So we got the silk from the farmers, and then we hand span it. But now there is one company that works specifically with the Eri silk in the northern Ethiopia, where he is more specialized now in producing the Eri silk and mostly it is spun by hand. And then we find it here. But sometimes, because of the season, it's not a big production. It's very limited production that we have. So we use mostly the Ethiopian hand-spun cotton also, which is also come from that area. Most of our cotton comes from the northern part of Ethiopia. So Eri silk is very unique and very beautiful. That is very also sustainable because it is from the natural fiber, I can say, that comes until the weaving. So the hand weaving is quite a very tradition in Ethiopia, which has gone way back 1,000 years. Because one of the major Ethiopian dress was for women and men was made from this hand-woven textile, and especially the hand-woven, hand-spun cotton. So that is something which is part of our culture, which it continues to be, especially the blanket that a lot of people wear in Ethiopia. It is very well known because of it is a hand-spun and it is hand-woven. So those are the two major input that we use on our hand weaving.
So, and that is why you are new countries, new markets. Actually, you have been working on exporting to the US and position your brand there. What have been your major learnings in that process? Because a lot of companies are just considering the same thing, just trying to export, just reach new markets that really appreciate these kind of products. So what are the major learnings that you could share? So for any company that is trying to reach the US market?
To be honest, the US market is quite a complicated market, even though we reach the market through our online, that we are selling our product online, especially now in the US. The main challenge, I can say, and the main learning that we have is the American market is quite a very vast and different market where they really look for different products, especially for handmade and sustainable product right now. And it become, even though we're a very niche market, we reach to penetrate that market because of the uniqueness of our product, because we work with women. Most of our hand weavers are women, and also, the sustainable issue right now, that makes it very unique and different to enter the market. Even though when it comes to a quantity, when it comes to the payment system, we have all these problems, but we really managed to sell our product to the US market. But using our own online platform, that helps us a lot also to sell directly to the consumer. So sometimes we cut the bridge, selling it directly to the consumer. And we're trying now to reach out also for the Europe market, because also the Europe market, they are really very looking for different and sustainable products. So the learning that we have is we really need to focus on what we really think that has a big value, which is the hand weaving and the using local input, local sources, and using different kind of knowledge that is very local. So that makes it very different and unique to enter the US market or the European market.
So really concentrated on those that we appreciate your, process and the hand weaving process and everything.
Yes, especially the story behind the product really has a big value.
And the sustainable process, the ethical fashion
that
you were mentioning. Genet, the pandemic has affected every single business around the world. How have you managed this situation, and how have you overcome just the past 18 months? What have you done during these times?
The pandemic has affected us really badly, but thanks God we didn't close up our shop. It was closed one of our retail, which was found at the Radisson Hotel. But we really repurpose our product. We start making, starting from using our own fabric with different kind of local fabrics, producing mask the first 6 months, actually, we have done really quite a lot of masks. And one of the major things we did, even though we produce masks, was we find someone that can cover our cost so that we can donate for those that they couldn't buy the mask. So that has been quite a very interesting and very challenging way, but we managed not to close our shop, and we managed to cover our employees' payment, and our weavers we keep for some also time. And also we had help for our weavers, especially from one of the major donor that was from Norway, that they support them, the weavers. But we continue doing and we help also sourcing different kind of mask for different kind of kids and also vulnerable people that they couldn't afford. The other major things that helps us also, we reached out to our customers that they can come and support us in buying some of our products. So we really, even though our retail shop was closed, but we managed to keep our production place open all the time. We never closed our store. Now we really pick up the job, and then our retail shop also is reopened, and we're really doing fine because our customers are coming back. We have designed also now new collection that we're going to put on our website. So we were very lucky, honestly, with God. We managed to really pass this pandemic, which has really made a big disaster, but we never had any support from any government or any NGOs, whatever. There was a lot of support, but we were not lucky to get that. But with our customers, with some of our people, that they help us to be stronger, we managed to pass that period, and then we're here again doing new things and now New Year is approaching, and we're doing different kind of pop-ups and all that. Thanks God we're here.
So it was also a great opportunity to help, right? Just
yes, absolutely, yes.
So it was a great learning for all of us, I think. So many things just went afloat, just to trying to manage this situation. Actually, if you were going to start your business again, 1992, right? You started, so almost 30 years. What would have you done differently? What would you have done differently with your business, with Paradise Fashion, and some learning that you would say that if with the knowledge you have right now, something different?
Oh, yeah. I think we should have to think also a different way of marketing our product, and also repurposing, having a different strategy where if something bad happens, what would be you could do differently to really pass any difficulties that you can find in business. Sometimes, having a market problem or not selling your product is a big challenge. But I have learned that the technology has really reached out in a way that nobody has imagined to really sell or communicate. So I think we really need to come near to technology and try to really figure out how we can really do something differently from what we're doing now. But I will maintain still what I'm doing, but adding some technology on it, teaching maybe more young people that they could be part of your process so that you can have more near to the technology also. I think that would be the more different thing that I would do if I have to do another things today. I will invest more on technology. I think that would be the next generation step, I think.
Yeah. That's a way to be prepared when the sales slow down and when we need to. And I think that it happens to a lot of companies. I mean, we are so concentrated on the essence of our business and the mission we have and the purpose we are trying just to pursue, that we forget that we need to let people know that we exist, and that we need more reach and more exposure and marketing and just letting people know what we have. I think that sometimes we are so focused on what we do instead of just spreading the word about that. And I think that the pandemic was a huge opportunity for all of us to just speed up on that technology thing, right?
Yeah.
Genet, I would love to know a little bit more about Ethiopia. What do you love the most from your country? Can you tell us something?
I love the most in my country is our culture, and our people. We are one of the ancient country where we have a lot of culture, and our language. It's one of the unique language that we have in Ethiopia that nobody has it in the world. It is our only language, Amharic language. So our culture and our history is one of the most amazing things that I love the most. And I think nothing will change that. Even we are very well known because of that, our religion, our culture, our history. We are the beginning, the human start in Ethiopia. I can say that, it has been one of the ancient woman has been found in Ethiopia. So we are a very ancient country where we have really a lot of an amazing story to tell about our culture, about our life, our food, our language, our tradition, dresses, the ethnicity. We are like more than 80 kinds of ethnic language we do have in Ethiopia. So our alphabet, it's unique. Nobody has it. So I think we have a lot, and our culture and history is unbeatable.
The origin of humanity, right?
So yes, absolutely.
You have much more stories than anyone else in the world to tell.
Yeah. And our calendar, we are 7 years younger. We're in 2014 now. In 1 week, it's going to be 2014 for us.
How is it?
Yeah, our calendar is Gregorian calendar. I like that. If you Google Ethiopian calendar, we are 7 years younger than you, my dear. We're 2014 is coming in a week. You don't know that?
I didn't know that.
We have a very unique calendar.
Wow, congratulations. I don't know how it seems quite different.
If you just Google it, you'll find. Sure. Today, actually, if I tell you, today is the 30th of August. For us, it is the 24th of the month of Nahase, we call it. We have our own calendar, which is known all over the world,
Okay. So thank God we could meet, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Genet, finally, where people could know more about you and Paradise Fashion and all your stories and all that beautiful hand weaving that you do?
You can find us on, if you Google just Genet Paradise, you can find anything about Ethiopia, about our work and about our work. It is paradisefashion.net, our website. Actually, we're rebranding our company, calling it after my name, even though the company name will remain Paradise. By the way, the name Genet means translation is paradise. When I came back from Buenos Aires, that was the name has been given from my friend, just translating my name. So now we're going back to the origin. So Genet means is Eden, actually, which is paradise. So you can find us at paradisefashion.net, and all the social media, you'll find it on our website. Thank you, David.
That is great, Genet. So once again, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for having me, David. It was really a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Okay, so have a great day, whatever year you are in. And
yes, I know. Just Google it after you finish with me.
I will.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Bye.